welcome to Roland's Reviews. Uh, excuse me. If you were here Monday, you know we had a rather exciting um, chat. I'm sure tonight's will be just as exciting. Do me one small favor, please, as you enter the chat room. Hit the little thumb. That is the like button that tells YouTube that you are most assuredly enjoying this content. So, I thought I would bring you a topic because this is, again, since this uh, deportation stuff started with Holman, I'm telling you, it all over social media. People are just telling everything and I'm just like, wow. And it's kind of addictive too because you're just like, um, wow. Just like, okay, I didn't know all of that, but well, that's where we are. And again, if you will, if you'll hit that little thumb, that'll tell YouTube you are enjoying it, and maybe they'll share it with some more people. Who knows what they'll do? I'll do the roll call momentarily. And also, if you have social media, please share this stream out on your social media pages. I greatly appreciate it. Now, before we get started, I wanted to tell you that you may hear some noise. Originally, I was going to start at 7 o'clock. However, I do have a contractor or two here working, installing a HVAC system. So you may hear some random noises that you don't normally hear. And that is because of the HVAC installation. So don't worry, everything is fine. But I do have some contractors who are here working. All right. So we will get started. If you would like for me to call your name during the roll call, all you need to do is say hello or send an emoji so that I can see you. And again, folks, if you were not here, I'll drop that link. We did the video Monday, and it's over, I think, 1,400 views. So this is trending because now people are coming out and they're saying, well, my parents told me this. And I mean, now this all started, folks, because remember our Latino community kept saying, where are the Black people? Why are they not in the marches? And so but that wasn't just the Latino community, because there are Haitians who were here illegally, Africans who were here illegally. Everyone's like, where are the Black people? And so all over social media, again, it's addictive. I've been trying to watch all this stuff and work. So it's a lot. But so that's why I was following up with this video, because it sort of segues into what we've been talking about. And it piggybacks off of what we did on Monday. All right, let's go ahead and do the roll call. Okay. Chicago, of course, is here. Drive safely. You driving home, please be safe. Florida, of course, is here, helping me to run things. And I did have a good day, Chicago Hood. I hope you did as well. Chicago says that picture of your video looks a lot like my crazy Democratic customers. Boom. All right. Where are we here? Of course, Stacy and where are we? Isaiah, how you doing, love? Hope you're okay. Tina is here, of course. Good. And Dorian. Dorian, share this stream out, if you will, love, on your social media pages. So I can't tell you how many videos I've watched. I was on TikTok as well as YouTube. How you doing, Baldwin Birds? Did you make it to North Carolina yet, Baldwin? Let me know. So that's where we are, folks. And so I'm going to get into why, because if you remember, you know what really bothers me is when people how you doing, Mary, may watch 5 minutes of the video and then they leave you a comment, saying that, what you're saying is erroneous and all these things, and you're telling these lies for clicks. Folks, when people see you have clickbait and what you're saying is not true, they immediately click off of your video. And I have the receipts. When I'm showing you clips, these are the people who are actually saying these things. So there is no way I can make this up. All right. Unfortunately, it's all true. And so that's just where we are. If you were not here, how you doing, Lanita? I said Trump being in office it's like an onion. This is, my analogy. And layers are being peeled off. Seems like every day. And people are asking questions. People are, coming out and saying, well, my family, fill in the blank. My family said this. If you remember what I said, I did not say that it was honest. Someone left me some wild comment, told me to stop lying. It's not the rap video. I said it was a combination of the rap videos, and I said the liberal media, because they're the ones who actually show the images, right, of Black Americans. And so that's why everyone, when they come over here, right, they already have a preconceived notion even before they meet you. Where are we here? Tina, not every eye will open and not every year will. Yeah, Tina, unfortunately, some people don't want to know, right? So, okay, Baldwin made it to North Carolina. All right, perfect. All right. So, again, I'll say it again for the people in the back. I said the rap videos, the liberal media, of course, we know the libs run the media. They're the ones who show the images. And if you're on social media like I am, whenever you have people fighting in restaurants, of course, now we're talking about in the hood, that's what they show. That's what they show to the world. People who are in the hood fighting at McDonald's or fill in the blank. So any negative stereotype you can think of, when they see people engaged in that behavior, that's what they show to the world. So they come here and they think that's everyone, and it's not. So it is what it is. And I was talking to Florida earlier, and I said, I really don't give a care who likes me. If they're not paying Rocket Mortgage, who gives a care, right? I guess that's just where I'm at in my life. I just don't. You get to a certain age, you just don't care what people say, and you don't. So there's that. But, again, it's a combination of things, but the libs run the media. And I told you, just like they put that statue of the big back Black woman in Times Square and said, we need someone Black there because there are two white men there. So that's what they put there to represent Black Americans. Some big back Black woman who has a scowl on her face and frumpy clothes. Okay, so that's what they do. And it is what it is. So I don't know why people, I never respond when people come in negatively, but I'm just saying, folks, media. And so on TikTok, on YouTube, people are coming on and they're saying, well, my parents said, fill in the blank. How you doing, Dawn? You are the best as well, dear. Thank you for joining us. Hit that like button for me, Dawn. Darla, how you doing, love? Hit the like button, as well as if you have Facebook or other forms of social media, if you share it out, we could bring more people into the conversation, possibly. And so those of you who've been here for a while, keyboard warriors, they jump on social media and I guess they want to get you riled up. They don't know me. I don't get upset because it's not that serious. It's really not. Dorian, a lot of people in my family still believe in the Democrats, and I'm the only one that doesn't. Wow, Dorian. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Tube Steak, how you doing? Great, Dawn. I just don't believe in stupidity and ignorance. Dorian, I am totally opposed to stupidity and ignorance. All right, so this video I'm going to share with you, and I did share this link in the description box up under my video. I wanted to share this with you. Now, this woman, she sounds African. I don't know her, this lady, this content creator, and she's saying, you know, she doesn't agree with the negative connotation that's been associated with all Black Americans. How you doing, Culture Mix? And so I'm just saying, it's all over, and I wanted to share this with you. And also, you'll find in this video, so how many of you remember, if you've been watching the protests, the riots, you see our Latino community holding up signs, "You're next." And then they have all these videos on TikTok telling Black Americans that they're being deported next. And so in this video as well, you will see people saying, what? You know, history, I get, people thought, so we're talking Latino, African, Jamaican, Haitian, they're thinking that Black Americans are immigrants. I'm not making this up. I was like, get the heck out of here. And so, OMG. So I'm going to start this video. And again, if you will, please hit that like button for me. It's unbelievable that people don't know history. And again, we didn't come here willingly. The angrier, ruder someone is, the more polite I am. Darla, that drives them nuts. Yes, Darla, because they're upset that they did not upset you. Exactly. Today's protesters are just trying to use Black Americans just like the Democrats do. Boom. Use them when you need them and then throw them away. Same thing. So let me share this. I like her insight on this. And again, she sounds like she's from Africa. I don't know what part, but she's saying, you know, what these other African people are doing, that's not, you know, how she views Black Americans. That's not her. And, you know, she doesn't agree with what they're doing. Okay, basically. Dorian, like Malcolm X said, we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. The rock was landed on us. Okay. Hit the like button for me, folks. All right. So let's listen to what she has to say. Now, Tabitha Speaks. I think she's here on YouTube and on TikTok. So Tabitha Speaks is the one who's actually listening to people. Now, I think the first clip I'm going to show you is this woman from Nigeria, the country of Nigeria on the continent of Africa. She's telling, I don't make this stuff up. Like I said, people come in my comment section telling me I'm on here telling lies. This is coming out of their mouth. African women, their parents are the ones that tell them to stay away from Black Americans. And again, they're all saying, okay, you're not helping us protest. You're going to be deported next. So let's listen to this and see what's being said.
Where a Nigerian one was talking about how they were told back then, because she looks like older. So I don't know when they were all told that when they are traveling to United States that they should avoid Black people. And I am asking, which of your parents advised you people to avoid Black people? Who told you? Because majority of them never traveled to United States. So how did they?
Did you hear that, folks? I want you to listen to what she's saying clearly. The parents that are telling them this, they haven't even been to the United States. So where are they getting this information? Where are they getting this information? If they've never been to the United States, they're telling them avoid Black Americans at all costs, go to the white people. That's what they're telling them. Okay? So, all right. Here we go.
Get to know stories like this. Media. Because I know how bad the media portrayed Black people and also portrayed you as an African too. Because if you are trying to talk about a Black person in a denigrating way or something, back then, I wanted to also remember that they also told them something about you. You all do not know all that. You know, one thing I want to say, if you are an African person in 2025 and you still have that kind of mindset, you know what? You do not have any space around me. Do not come around me.
So I'm saying she doesn't agree with it. They tell Black Americans to come back to Ghana and say, "Come home, we need you." No, Darren, I'm fine. I'm home. This is my home. Because remember, Dorian, I don't know if you were here. I know some Black Americans are moving to Ghana. Were you here? I did the video on the young lady, and she said she's constantly being scammed and ripped off, and they don't have snacks. And she was a big back, so I don't know why she couldn't find snacks, because she wasn't missing any meals. That's what she said. I'm just saying. So, yeah, but this is the narrative. And for the people who keep voting for Democrats, as I said, the way that they portray you, because they run the media, they're not your friends. They're the ones making you look bad. The conservatives aren't running the media. The libs are. Everyone knows that. So how you doing, Anthony? Anthony's laughing. Anthony, what are you laughing at, dear? So listen to what she's saying. Not every single Black American is like Sexy Red or gangbang. Dorian, that's what I was saying Monday. They look at, thank you, Dawn is agreeing. Sexy Red and all these other trashy people, Cardi B, all of these people. Again, when the Curry Queen, right, was running for president, did she get a decent Black American? No, she did not. She got the trashiest people. That tells you what she thought about you. She had Megan Thee Stallion twerking, right? She had Cardi B. And you know that dirty, filthy song she made, WAP. You know what that stood for. So why couldn't she go get someone, all right, who is educated, who's not out here acting like they're straight from the ghetto? I never killed one Black person in my right, Dora. And so that is the perception, because that's what they are shown. And big brisket back, you crazy. Lanita said, big brisket, yeah, you big back. Saying, I can't find snacks here in Ghana. Sweetie, you don't need any snacks. You've had enough. Okay, take a break. Before we see you on my 600-pound life. Boom. All right, Kamala even had Oprah. Yeah, but I'm saying, look at the people that Kamala used to try and bring in Black people. But see, with these conversations being had now, they are losing more and more Black Democrats by the day. If you were not here Monday, I made this statement. If you don't remember anything else I ever told you, Trump being elected, and for the Black Americans that don't know, it's the best thing that's happened to you, because now you know where you stand. Remember Jesse Jackson and all these other puppets that told us, oh, we got to come together for a coalition. They're all bought and sold, right? Now all they're pushing is immigration. So they're not doing anything for you. Forget it. Just like all of us Southerners aren't like the Beverly Hillbillies or Dukes of Hazzard. Boom. See what I'm saying, Darla? So, but they come over here with a preconception. So let's listen to this.
Do not stay anywhere around me, because at this point in time, we are supposed to be educating ourselves, which I know that you all are already doing, because I am seeing video. Things are getting better. And if you still carry that attitude that they told you back home before you travel to United States of America to have a better future, that you are giving them attitude. And one thing is that when you start giving attitude, your attitude reflects on how you treat them and how you treat other people. You know what, Black people, when you see people that behave like they kick their butts. Let's get into this video.
What'd you say, Dorian? Pastor Jamal Bryant out here boycotting Target, and he's ignoring paying his child support. Boom. Dorian, he's doing that to get his check. So I don't know why Who told him he was the leader of black people? He's not the leader of black people. We don't have a leader. Everyone is an individual, and we're not listening to these black Democratic shills. We're not. All right, listen now. This is Tabitha Speaks. Stump a Democrat, ask them exactly what the Democrats have done for them. Nothing. All right, here we go. So listen to what she's saying.
Cubans, now the Nigerians.
A lot, I can't categorically.
So the voice you hear, and you may not be able to clearly see this woman. She's a straight Nigerian, right? She came from Nigeria. And you see the words up under that. This is from Tabitha's TikTok. Stay away from Black Americans. Mario Afarobe Brown unpacks how Nigerian parents warn their children before moving to the U.S. And you're going to hear her say it. Stay away from Black Americans. Go to the white Americans. So listen to this.
See, every Nigerian got this talk. But a lot of Nigerians that travel abroad got this talk from their family, where they will sit you down and tell you, you're going there. Don't go and talk to those Black Americans.
You hear that, folks? So their parents are telling them this, right? And again, it's like, they see, they don't see anything positive in the media. Everything is negative. That you don't see Black professionals. All you see is, again, like the people that have that ghetto culture that you see in the rap videos, the hood culture, they call it. Barnes, same old worn out talking points, fear mongering to fundraise on we the people aren't falling for this mess. No, we're not. Boom. Very good, Barnes. I agree. Roland Martin needs to be listening to this. Tina, if only he would. So listen to this. This is what Nigerian parents, Nigerians who've never been to America are telling their kids before they come to America.
You just go and get pregnant. You get into drugs. You start become gay. They give you that talk. That just go to the white community, find a nice place. They just go and be decent. Stay with the white people. They give you that talk. So when you enter America, you already have a perception of African Americans. You've judged them. And of course, they can see that judgment in your behavior towards them. Right. And they see how you are almost like, yes, master, to the Oyinbos. They see, they're not blind. So when they have that feeling of, when they become defensive, when you're in their presence, it's because they see that perception you have of them. So I know I got that talk. And a lot of Nigerians got that talk. So we are over there, we are doing well, we are doctors, we are building houses, we are feeling like, yes, so we come to the land of the living, we are the land of the plenty, and we are doing well. Forgetting that some people sacrificed for you to even go there in the first place. So is that acknowledgement that the African American community are expecting of us, especially those of us living abroad in America?
Okay,
Can I say something?
The one.
Okay, I said that Monday. So yeah, they come over here. They don't want anything to do. Not saying every person. I don't want to find people in my comment section, but a large majority of them. And so this is why. And again, don't they know about the civil rights movement? Not me, I'm not old enough, but older Black Americans were hosed. They had dogs chewing on them. They were thrown in jail, beaten, some of them killed. And you come over here and say that you're better. You're benefiting from what Black Americans had to go through for you to get here, which you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for 1965. That's when everything changed. Okay. And then you come over here and this is what you're doing. Dorian said, this is self-hatred right here. Boom. Lucius, we're not the same people. Africans and Black Americans. Lucius, say it for the people in the back. No, we're not. Dorian, you don't see us sagging our pants everywhere we go. So again, Dorian, yeah, you'll see those guys in the rap videos and in some of the poorer Black communities. That's how they dress, maybe in the ghetto, but that's not everyone. I'm saying they don't show images of professional Black people. There are a lot of Black people that are doing well. They don't show those images. Wonder why. The sad part is they think they're doing something. We already know the game and how America operates, right, Trish? So now that people are being deported, now they're looking sad. Oh, are you going to help? What? Well, you know, those of us in this chat, this is what we voted for. But I'm talking about the Kamala voters. They're going to try to bring up colonialism by Europeans or even apartheid as their argument. Right. Sorry, not sorry. Deport, deport, deport. Boom. Listen to what Tabitha speaks. She may have a few curse words in here, but okay.
One thing that I will say, that since Donald Trump has been sworn into office this second time around, a light has been shown on all of these different POC communities.
Okay, I said that. If you were not here for my video on Monday, I said that this was a pivotal point in American history. And with Donald Trump, they're peeling that every day, another peel of that onion's coming off. And people, the truth is coming out. So everyone thought, oh, everything was nice. And, everything, we're all together. And now people are finding out, no, we're not. And it's so sad because some of the TikToks that I look at, you see a lot of Latina women, and some of them are crying, and they're like, saying, talking about what their community has done, and they hate that things are, the way that they are. So Barnes, about name changes and are more interested in cash reparations, and Democrats refuse to act. Right, Barnes? That's how they act. All right, here we go.
It's like I told the Cubans the other day. I, as a Black American, as a Black woman, I am not looking for anybody to bow down to my feet. I am not looking for anyone to kiss my ass. What I'm looking for is mutual fucking respect. You are not better than me, and I am not better than you. If you are not going to fight with me, don't look for me to fight with you. Respect my ancestors, respect the culture that we have built in this country, respect what they have, the contributions to this society that they have made, the contributions that you benefit from. They all come over here with their nose up, looking down on Black Americans, looking down on Black Americans. And without Black Americans, they ass wouldn't be here. They come over here all high and mighty. And it was our ancestors, Black Americans, that suffered through blood, sweat, and tears, through lynchings, through beatings, through grapes. And they come here and enjoy all of the comforts that our ancestors fought for. Enjoy all of the comforts while looking down on you. They were prepped. They were primed before they even traveled over to our country. And please don't get down into my comment section and say, that's not true. We got to come together. Deal with the anti-Blackness in your community before you think about coming together with us. I said this a few months ago. Black people are in a new season. The disrespect will no longer be tolerated.
But see, again, listen to these Black Democratic shills and these puppets. Black people thought everything was okay. Everyone loves everyone, right? The summer of love. No, ma'am. No, sir. So again, this is great. You need to know where you stand with people. And people have to, take a look in the mirror and say, yeah, I did do that. So again, the Latino community and the African community, the Haitians, all the people that were asking the Black Americans to come out, now they understand why they're not. I'm telling you, this is all over social media. How you doing, Sheena? When people show you who they are, believe them. Boom. That's right. Sheena, hit the like button for me, love. I think you're new here. Hit the subscribe button as well, please. Barnes, Darla, hey, Democrats have a lot of gall trying to stir up emotions over it and no shame in doing it. Like Philip Scott said, freedom without sacrifice is entitlement. Yeah, that's what we're seeing now with these illegal immigrants. She's telling the truth. It was Black Americans. Yeah, but you know, but they are prepped. That, like I said, so if I have another smart aleck that comes down in my comment section that says I'm making this content up for likes and clicks, I can't make it up. Hey, each of you can go on TikTok and all over social media. All these clips are trending. We understand that America isn't a perfect country. Yeah, it has its problems just like every country does. Okay, listen.
Don't come over here turning your nose up at us because she's right. We can pick up on that shit. We can see that shit. Black people are just not going to deal with it. Black people are not going to accept it. So you want to come together, check your anti-Blackness and check your racism. So I'm watching all of the conversation take place. Let me get this straight. Hispanic immigrants in this country vote the way that they do because they hate Black Americans so much that they use their vote thinking that we aren't Americans.
Okay, this is what I was telling you about earlier, folks. Sheena said, no going back, no apologies accepted. Okay, Sheena. Gail, hey, all, God bless you. God bless you too, Gail. Yeah, so this is what I mentioned earlier. Hit that like button, folks, if you are enjoying this content. Hit the subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. This is what I was shocked. I was like, what? So, yeah, so allegedly, and I watched several videos on this. The Latino community, and one video I watched said Africans as well, did not know that Black Americans were not immigrants. That so if you, like I said, if you've watched a lot of these riots and protests, you see people holding signs up, "You're next." And if you wonder what they were talking about, now you know. She says we need to stick together, but she doesn't know what that actually means. Okay, Sheena, I'm not new to your channel. I haven't gotten any notifications in months. Sheena, make sure it's on all notifications, love. And hey, that's, you know, that's YT. So, but we're glad you're here. Joy Reid is an immigrant. She needs to be deported too. We could only wish. So that's what she's talking about now. All of these people, and you would think that Africans of all people, you know, with the history of slavery, but from one video I watched said that they're so far removed from it, it's like they don't know our background. But like this lady says here, there's no excuse for people not to know. Everyone pretty much has the internet. Sheena, you couldn't find me. Oh, wow. We're glad you're back, Sheena. Thank goodness. So, yeah, just make sure it's on all notifications, love. Sheena, share this on your Facebook page, please, dear. Thank you so much. So this is what she's talking about now, folks.
They think that we are immigrants.
And so, okay, so what she's saying also is that, because we know a large percentage of the Latino community voted for Donald Trump. And some Black Americans are saying they did that because they thought we were being deported. So I'm like, oh my God. So tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section. So that's what she's going into now. Here we go.
And that if they vote along with Republicans and they get rid of immigrants in this country, they think that they are going to get rid of Black Americans. Black Americans who built this country, Black Americans who've been in this country since before the United States was established, Black Americans who are a part of the Constitution, they thought they would align themselves with whiteness and the Republican Party, who are...
Now, you know, she may be a Kamala supporter. I'm not sure.
Screaming to get rid of the illegals in this country. They thought that meant us. That's what y'all telling me. That's what y'all are saying all over these TikTok streets. No, I can't believe it. I can't believe that the Hispanic and Latino community are so uneducated that
they're not the only ones. Africans as well. Africans thought that we were immigrants as well. I watched that on another channel. We don't need DEI. No, we don't. The dark goddess, they really thought they would get rid of us. Well, that's what they're saying. That's why, again, I never understood what those your signs. You're next. Like, where are we going to go to? We have nowhere to go. This is it for us. All right, here we go.
That they thought Black Americans were immigrants in this country and not citizens.
The dark goddess, hit the like button and the subscribe button while you're here. So, folks, type it in the comment section what your thoughts are on this subject matter, because this is, I'm telling you, this is all over the YouTube streets and the TikTok streets.
No, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. And y'all are also saying that is why Africans in the diaspora are always throwing the question to Black Americans, saying they don't know where they come from because they too believe that Black Americans are truly not Americans.
That's see what I'm saying, folks. So some of the Africans, it's like they don't know about slavery. They think we're immigrants. Make it make sense. What? How would Africans think that we were immigrants? That is crazy work. America is the last place of freedom in the world. Where else Barnes, where are we going? This is our home. Oh my God. I was flabbergasted. I'm like, what? Oh my God. You would think, of all the communities we're talking about, you would think Africa knew that we were not immigrants. Africans knew. This isn't my first time hearing this. Had to tell a Ugandan dude I was Black American, not an immigrant. Whoa, really, dark goddess? My people have been here on U.S. soil for centuries. Oh my God. So we have someone here who has experienced that. Thank you, dark goddess. Oh my goodness. They don't know that we're not. Oh my God, I cannot with this. OMG. Chicago Hood, unfortunately, 98% of Nigerian customers I've had are loud, demanding, rude, and nasty. That's how they treat Black Americans. That's how they treat you. Most of them, not all. Darla, I had someone tell me I would be next. I'm Native American, Italian, and my mom's side came in 1678 from Ireland. Where am I going? Darla, you're stuck here like I am, baby. You're not going anywhere, just like I'm not going anywhere. How you doing, Tashi D? Many immigrants will say how we need to do our research, but they don't even do theirs. Tashi, I've been shocked by this. Now, of all people, the Africans should know that we're not immigrants. They don't know about history. And I was watching a video today. Some of them are so far removed from slavery, they don't even know anything about it. I'm like, what? That is crazy. Dark Goddess, yes, this was a few years ago. I was shocked that this grown man didn't know that. EC said, Kamala thought the same. Boom. Maurice, how you doing? What's good? We're good, Mo. Thanks for dropping in, dear. Hit that like button. Mo, share this on your platform, please. And you can drop your channel link if you'd like to, dear. Thank you so much. Yes, Isaiah, it is a joke. They thought that Black Americans were immigrants and that we were going to be deported. So we better get out there and help them protest. That is crazy. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that. Dorian said they need to watch Roots or Goodbye, Uncle Tom. You can't. I don't make this stuff up, folks. You know I would not come on here and do that. Listen to this. Oh.
No, I cannot believe that these groups of people believe that. I can't believe it. Y'all cannot be seriously believing that these people believe that Black Americans are not Americans.
Oh.
They believe that Black Americans are the Black immigrants.
Did you hear that, folks? I don't make this stuff up. Thank you so much, Maurice. All right, folks, please sub up Maurice. He has the same political ideology that we do. And so make sure you sub him up. He has some good content. Thank you so much, Mo. Yeah, we're glad you're here. Mo, tell me in the comments that what do you think about this? The Latino and African community, the immigrants, the illegal immigrants, thought that we were immigrants too. Can you tell me what your thoughts are? Because I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. How can you be alive and not know the history of slavery? Darla, that's what I don't understand. All right, here we go.
Not the Africans who immigrate to this country, not Haitians who will immigrate to this country, not Caribbean people who immigrate to this country, not the Black British folks. Yup. No.
Tina, I don't. And Tina, I do not call myself an African American. Elon Musk is an African American, right? He was born in Africa on the continent. So, and I don't. And you better not, Tina, you better not call an African Black. They will, they'll turn their neck real quick. They do not want to be associated with Black Americans as a whole. Mo said, we did not get here illegally. Boom. These people are desperate to keep their world order at the expense of all of us globally. Yeah, Jackie. That's where all of these immigrants are getting that from. Yes, Tina, you know it. Here we go.
Somebody say psych right now. They cannot believe that. Say psych right now.
So tell me what your thoughts are, folks. I'm going to let this video continue to play. Chicago, neither one of these two groups have a real and true relationship with Jesus. They're deceived by the God of this world, Satan. Okay. Mo, Africans don't like us. Mo, boom. They'll tell you real quick. I have another short video that I watch. Is African Uber driver. And there was a young lady, a Black American young lady, and he was driving. And I think she asked him to turn his music down. It was too loud. They had words. And then he said something. He called her a derogatory. What did he say? I'll pull it up for you. And said she was on welfare and all of these things. So that's their mindset of all Black Americans, you know. So, and he's an African. So, hey, here we go.
It was I just cannot believe that they think this. Where did this conversation start from? Somebody tell me, where did this conversation begin? Because I just cannot believe that Hispanic people have aligned themselves with whiteness because of immigration, and they think that the Black Americans in this country are immigrants and they would be getting rid of Black people. Where did this conversation start? This is crazy thinking. I cannot believe that Latinos think this. Who started this conversation? Who started it? Call them out.
So again, not just Latinos, Africans as well. Jackie, my nephews are Black on their father's side. They're over. Yeah, Jackie, but we're talking about it because it's trending. And people are like, what? Because people are in such shock because everyone thought you know, the people knew that we were Americans. We didn't know people thought that we were immigrants. Blame Joy Reid. Okay, Dorian. Dark Goddess, I stopped worrying about what these other groups think about me years ago. I'm a proud Black American woman. I have no time for their BS. I'm going to live my best life for me. They can kiss my butt. Dark Goddess, I told Florida earlier, who cares? I don't. The ignorance is off the charts worldwide. Yes, boom. All right, here we go.
5 American facts to break an immigrant's back. Black Americans did not immigrate here. We were trafficked through chattel slavery. The first Americans arrived in Virginia in 1619, not as immigrants, but as chattel property under violent colonial rule. No visa, no port of entry, no green card. Only forced labor, rape, and death. That's it. Black Americans were here before most white, Asian, or Latino immigrants. Do your history, do your research. 1865, over 4 million Black people had already lived, worked, and died in America before the majority of European, Mexican, Chinese, or Caribbean immigrant waves began to come here. Source, U.S. Census, 1860. Black Americans are the only group whose citizenship was legislated. The 14th Amendment, 1860, was written specifically for descendants of American slaves, not immigrants. It granted legal citizenship to Black Americans who have been born on U.S. soil but treated as property. Source, U.S. Constitution, Congressional Record, Civil Rights Act, 1866. Black Americans fought in every American war before many groups were ever even allowed in America. From the Revolutionary War to the Vietnam War to Iraq, foundational Black Americans have fought, bled, and died to defend a country that doesn't even consider us human. I hope you guys understand that our blood is spilt on the land of America. Fact number 5, to break the immigrant's back, to break the ignorance of immigrants' mind, okay? Most Latino immigration was not legal until 1965. 1965? The Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965 removed the racial quotas that had previously blocked non-European immigration. That means the majority of Latino families didn't enter the U.S. legally until the 20th century, while Black Americans had already been here for 400 years. 400 years. So I'm saying that to say this. I think that one of the biggest problems that we have in both communities is we don't have knowledge of who each other are. And I believe if the Hispanic community had more knowledge of who Black Americans actually are, they would automatically have more respect for us, right? They don't know who we are, so they don't respect us. I don't know if that's to blame them or the government, but something's got to change. And that was 5 facts to break an immigrant's back.
So, okay, how you doing, Blexit? Blexit.communitas says Philip Scott is married to a Mexican immigrant. Okay, yeah, I heard that. So, yeah, folks, people need to learn. Most people have the internet or a smartphone or a Chromebook, something. But for that many people to not know, that is shocking to me. Oh my goodness. My boss, who is 32, has no reading comprehension. He can read the words but can't process what they mean. Boom. Woo. Oh, wow. That's terrible.
So Latinos, y'all thought we was immigrants? So you mean to tell me y'all thought we was just over here chilling? So that's why you guys are saying that we're next. Man, we was first. And they still ain't stopped coming for us. So, hey, just don't worry about us, man. We gonna take care of us, and y'all take care of y'all, man. But we know how y'all look at us, man. And don't try to say that it's not that way, man, because we know it is. We know it.
Man, stop trying.
And see, this guy right here, he's in the Latino community. And we watched, I think Monday or a day before that, I did a video and he just breaks it down. And so you see a lot mostly Latino women, but men, a few of them are on here saying the same thing. But yeah, so again, these people that are voting for the Democrat, Dorian said, go read a book. Yeah, obviously people need to. For this many people to not know history, that is woo. That knocked me for a loop. Okay, it did. All right.
Trying to convince these people that we need to stand together and all that. They ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. They listen. They've been betrayed so many times, bro. 1877, after federal troops pulled out of the South, bro. Betrayed. 40 acres and a mule, betrayed. You feel me? Jim Crow, betrayed. Redlining, betrayed. Every promise that this country has made to them has been a false promise. And now we need y'all to stand with us while we march. Leave them people alone. They ain't trying to hear that shit. They ain't trying to hear that shit because they know how prevalent racism is in our community. And they know how y'all talk about them when they ain't in the room. And they know that now y'all got y'all N-word wake up, didn't y'all? Y'all got that Paul Mooney N-word wake up call. And now y'all want to scream unity and solidarity. Nah, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. The people that have been working together will continue to work together. The people that have empathy for your plight and your situation will continue to have empathy for your plight and situation. But don't try to convince people to come join your side. Like, it's always been. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They're trying to survive their damn self. They're trying to figure out how this man is about to get rid of the 13th and 14th Amendment and strip them of citizenship.
Now, you know, he's a Kamala supporter, but okay. Darla, I think we as a society were smarter when we had to read and do term papers and use the library. Boom. Now, you know, as an educator, I support that. EC, but a lot of the illegal immigrants be cosplaying. FBA is heavy. Okay. Sheena, someone said the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yes, Sheena, I've heard that one. They love us when we're entertaining by football, basketball, or rapping. Okay, Dorian. Lanita, this guy's telling the truth. His eyes are wide open. Yes, so some in the Latino community are coming on here and saying, you know, hey, we've done this and that. It was wrong. Okay. This guy, yeah. All right, here we go.
What, you don't think they know what time it is? They got to deal with their own shit. I'm just saying, I see a lot of videos where people are like trying to convince, you know, Black Americans that they need to stand side by side with Black and brown unity. But, you know, when it's something that doesn't benefit us, we ain't screaming that shit. Yeah, get mad. Go ahead. You know I'm fucking right.
I don't have no hate towards y'all at the end of the day, man. It is what it is.
Life is too short to hate anyone. That's why, you know, even if people are bring back insane asylum, Chicago hood. Hashtag bring back insane asylums. We really need them. But yeah, it's just again, it's good to know where you stand with people, folks. So I told Florida earlier, I don't give a care what anyone thinks about me. I really don't. Until they start paying Rocket Mortgage, I just don't care. All right, here we go.
You know, it is what it is.
Why are Latinos asking Black people to join them in the protest? But last month, Black people asked Latinos to stop saying the N-word because Black people find it disrespectful when Latinos say the N-word. And Latinos were so offended that they started disrespecting the Black community. And I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but I want to say something. If you've been following me for a while or have gone through my videos recently, you see that I'm constantly pushing for unity between communities. Majority of the Black people in the comments are stating how they get a lot of disrespect from the Latinos, and majority of the Latinos in my comments are actually really disrespectful to the Black community. And I've been pushing for unity because these protests.
Those that weren't here for the prior videos, So again, what was trending, we have a lot of our Latino community on TikTok and social media saying, where are the Black Americans? Why are they not out here helping us? And so that's why it just exploded. Gail Tripp, the Supreme Court is expected to issue a ruling on all of that by July 2nd. So type in the comment section what your thoughts are. I'm getting ready to pull up that clip of that the African man Uber driver. I need to find that. So there are instances like that that again just continues to sever, well, I guess, the supposed relationship that Black Americans thought they had. But I'm going to find that for you because, yeah, that was, there are videos everywhere. OMG. But I'm going to find that one for you. Okay, where are we here? Stop telling, where are we? Okay, yeah, I'm going to find and share that with you because some of you, if you're busy and you're working and you just don't have time to watch a lot, okay? And I'm busy, but I just try to work it in. And there's so many things I want to talk about. It's just time. All right, is this the one? Yeah, I think I found it. Okay, yeah, and this guy, now this is just an Uber driver. He just picked her up. So let me get this video ready for you. So again, for all of the people, and I've seen, sometimes you see Black Americans walking around with African attire on, and Africans say something negative about. Now I've seen that myself. So, and this is enough of this video because I did share it in the comment section because after this, it's just her commentary. Hit that like button, folks, if you are enjoying this content. And let me show you here. I'm enjoying it. Like I said, people, oh, that hurt my feeling. People need to get over it. It's not that serious. Oh my God, everyone's feelings are hurt. I cannot. Okay, so I wanted to share this with you. Now, keep in mind, he was just an Uber driver picking her up. So it's not like they knew each other and had a relationship. But he got mad at her and assumed. And you know what happens when you assume. Sheena, white people know whom they can depend on, been proven over 400 years ago. Believe it or not, loyalty ends every fight. Okay. Dorian, again, where are the race hustlers? Dorian, they're not going to say anything. They're too busy fighting to keep the illegals here and being handcuffed and arrested. So tired of other folks calling on FBA to jump in their fight only when they're getting whooped on. Any other time, they are anti-FBA and arrogant about it. Okay, Lanita, and that's what everyone's saying on social media. Tina said, I can't stand this race mess. Tina, I can't either because I did not deal with this growing up. So I guess that's why I'm like, what the heck? But I just don't know. Darla, I like decent people. The color of the skin is just the outer cut. Right. What the heck? But like the first video I shared with you, these people are prepped. Now we're talking Africans. So people looking at Africans, okay, they look like you, but, when they open their mouth, you hear them talk, then they're not Black American. And they may look like you, but no, you better not call them. Oh, my goodness. They don't like that. So let me get this one going for you. So those of you who are trying to, understand, what's going on. This is an African immigrant calling a Black American woman. Now that's the stereotype. And lazy, they really think American government is for them. Vicky, how you doing? Meow. Hit the like button, Vicky. That's that little thumb. Hit that for me, please, dear. Yes, I am Catwoman, cat lady. So I'll send you some kitty emojis here. There you go. All right. BCP described them Captain Save and illegal. Yeah, they are getting arrested, getting roughed up, which they should because they're trying to impede the progress of ICE. And that idiot in New York who's trying to become mayor? That guy, he was holding that. I'm telling you, the media is just evil and dirty. They didn't show the part where he was holding on to that man's arm and wouldn't let go. They showed the part, of course, where he was wrestled and, he was arrested. They had to put the cuffs on him, but they didn't show the beginning of it. And you know how they are. So let me show you this.
Keep it up.
I will.
Good. Keep
Respect
it up.
is earned and deserved.
Yep, and you haven't given none.
Not yet. Go now, go back.
Respect is earned.
And when are you gonna give some, sir? When?
I'm sick and tired of
I've been in this car for 50 minutes. When have you respected me as a passenger?
So it started, this young lady got loud because she's saying the whole time, she's been in the vehicle, he's been disrespecting her. Now, remember, if you're here for this one and here for the video we did Monday, they're saying that is an issue. African immigrants disrespect Black Americans. So she is a little bit upset here. Okay, Jackie, my daughter is Hispanic on her father's side, and she was here for centuries, and she is not a fake immigrant. Okay, Jackie. Dorian, yes, he was getting defensive as well. Yeah, so listen to this.
When? I got in here, I asked you, can you turn your music down? You turned it even more. Nobody should have to ask you that.
You feel so entitled.
Yes, I feel entitled because I'm a passenger.
You're a passenger, but this is
your job.
It's not my job.
It's your job.
It's my car.
Be
I can kick you out of the car anytime I want to.
Guess what?
I don't work for
Then
anybody.
you do whatever you need to do.
I don't work for anybody. I work for myself.
Okay. Keep on.
I can kick you out of. It's my car.
Okay.
Please, she's not wise. Don't be quarreling with her, please. Just go. Go like this.
Black Americans, you feel so entitled. Over what?
The next right.
Lazy.
Now you hear what he keeps saying. You entitled. Now he's calling her. Listen to what he's calling her now. Hold on.
That's mother.
Ooh, yes, yeah.
Did you hear what he just called her? Lazy mofo. And you know what mofo means. All right, here we go.
Get some job. You like to live on welfare. My tax money is taking care of you equally if you don't know that. Fool.
Keep it up. Yeah.
If you're dealing with other persons, don't fuck that me. I'll kick your ass. I even kick you physically.
The first right.
So again, you heard what he's saying. My tax money is taking care of you. Call her a lazy mofo, right? Wow.
I am an immigrant. I went to school in this country. I was raised in this country, and Americans are delusional. Not just as it relates to the plight of the average immigrant, but Americans are delusional as to how great their country actually is and why people sacrifice their lives to come here. It is not, in fact, because it's the greatest country in the world. No matter how much you're indoctrinated to believe this, it's actually false. But there is no immigrant who comes to America if they didn't have to.
All right. So what are your thoughts on that first video? Wow. And my suggestion is, I tell my students, if you're in a situation where someone's disrespecting you, of course, you try to de-escalate. So when you start cursing, that escalates it. But she was upset because she said he disrespected her, as soon as basically she got in the vehicle. I handle things differently. Again, I just, would have, made it to my destination, paid him, and just, of course, that would have been the end of it. But some people are a little emotional and, they, hey, no. In an alternative universe, humans do not act like fools. Yeah, well, Bowen, help me find the alternative. Dorian, they got to stop acting like Black Americans owe them something. Well, again, when you already come with that mindset that you're better than, and you don't want anything to do with Black Americans unless, you're making money off of them, right? that's a problem. So I wanted to share that with you because, again, it is all over the place. And I am just like, whoa. And it was normal to have mixed race children in San Francisco, California in the 80s and 90s. Yeah. And you can thank your Democrats for the narrative that they have out here. They're the ones, if you're voting for Democrats, you're responsible for some of this. You are. Where are we here? I think I had one more to share with you. Hit the like button, folks, and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. If I moved to another country, I don't think I'd be talking down on Darla. Exactly. If you move to another country, you're going to, be respectful and you're not going to go there and lambast the people that live there. Even if you've heard negative things about them, who cares? Hey, that's them. Why? And there's no need for you to act out of sorts. Okay. And so that's just where we are with that. And I hope that explains why, some of the, where is it here? Okay. Yeah. Why some of the immigrants, that they were thinking we're being deported as well. Okay, Dark Goddess, thanks for joining us, dear. Chicago Hood says manufactured racism. Boom. It's so sad. You look at Africans and the issues they have in their country. How you doing, Cali State? Hit the like button, dear. And then they come over here, but they don't want to work with you. They're no. The only time, again, they want to deal with Black Americans is when they're getting that money. That money is changing hands. Not all. Let me say that. Some. This guy's homeland is a hot mess. So the nasty behavior, anti-woman, anti-Black, is showing his envy. Boom. Yeah, and depending on the African country that they come from, some are worse than others. It's just, oh boy, it's sad, really, with all the problems in the world, and people don't like people for something as small as the color of their skin. It's sad. Is this one? I may have a short I can show you. A Black woman was addressing protesters that were saying that she was going to be. Okay, yeah, I have a little short here. So they really believe this stuff. Oh my God. I wish I could just do a quick history lesson for everyone. History, is one of my favorite topics. Tashi, I'm just tired of the blatant hypocrisy many of these immigrants have. They'll have a preconceived notion on you, but they don't want you to have that on them. Okay, that's a good point. In other words, do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. So here's a short. Let me get this ready for you. All right, yeah. So I'm not making this up. It's everywhere, folks. Roland, they need to watch documentaries. Yeah, Dorian, but we assumed that everyone knew. You mean to tell me Africans don't know that we're not immigrants? I told you, I watched a video today that says they're so far removed from slavery. Some of them don't even know about that. I was like, what? Okay. So listen to this. It's all over. I'm showing you just a small, if I was showing you videos from all of these people, we'd be here from now until the rapture. These illegals are yes, they are. All right, here we go.
Race have in common is disliking Black people. That's the one thing that every freaking race have in common is liking us. But another thing they have in common is using us for our money and our sympathy and empathy. Because blacks, let me set y'all straight. Y'all feel sorry for people too fast and too much and at the wrong time. Y'all always, because I see some of y'all saying that the things that we saying we shouldn't be saying. Stop feeling sorry for people and stop letting them use your religion against you. Stop letting them use that God that they gave you against you. That's so weird to me. Y'all don't understand that the empathy and sympathy that y'all do have is been programmed. This is why you wind up feeling sorry for your enemies half the time, bro. This is why you wind up feeling sorry for people that will not go into bed for you at all, not one time, not one bit. You wind up feeling sorry for people that wouldn't do for you that you would do for them. So you start turning on your own people. The one thing those other races do have in common, they stick together no matter right or wrong or indifferent.
Well, now since all this took place, you see in the Latino community, so the Cubans and Mexican, they're starting to, well, hey, it was the Cubans, and so they're not sticking together. They're sort of splintering a bit as this continues to blow up and snowball. Well, it was this group, it was that group, so I'm like, okay, here we go.
We'll stick together. But they'll find something weak in us, which is a lot, to make us turn on each other, okay? And start saying, yeah, well, y'all shouldn't be saying that about them people. I feel bad. Yes, we feel bad that is happening. But you think we about to go in front line because we feel bad? Baby, it take a little bit more feeling bad than for me to get up out there. So at the end of the day, if we're next, we sitting there, we understand what we need to do. Huh? We ready.
So this is what I was telling you. So hopefully I won't have anyone come into these comment sections and say that I'm making this up. This is all over social media. People would take a few seconds and type it in. You'll find it. Every color is splintered. Now we all just got to stand up for our country and not put up with this junk. Yeah, life is too short to have all these barriers. I'm fed up with this entitlement. Robert, yeah. And again, I am so glad I did not grow up with this nonsense. Blexit, New Orleans accent. My family is from there. Okay, Blexit, cool. And so this is foreign to me. And as I told you, people come on here and, oh, you're flippant about racism. And okay, as I said, I'll say it again for the people in the back. Is America perfect? No. But from my mentality, nothing can stop you but you. I don't want to hear excuses. There are too many programs. We had our ancestors that went through Jim Crow, and they struggled, and they made a lot of them made decent lives for themselves. There's no excuse for people in 2025. There's none. Gail, too old to play that game with anyone that never saw this growing up. Right, Gail. I'm saying, when I lived in New York, and this is another point I forgot to bring up. This is something that's going on too. So, like with the Africans, it's happening in the Latino community too. But I know this personally. Some of these Africans, yeah, they don't like you or they don't want anything to do with you. And this is before Trump. I remember when I was in college, because there are a lot of people from the continent of Africa at colleges and universities here in America. So I forgot to tell you this Monday. So yeah, we're below them and they're better than us. When they come over here and they want to stay in this country, what do? They marry an American. Okay. So we're not good enough for you, but when you're trying to get that green card, boom. And since Trump and Holman are rushing these people out of here, I was watching another content creator. Some of these illegals, some of them Mexican, and there was even some, what are they? I forgot, from the Ukraine. asking black men to marry them. And then what this one black man, this Mexican man said, I give you a house and a truck, marry my sister so she can stay in America. So you see, people do things when it's convenient, folks. Does that make sense? Chicago Hood, Generation X never had to deal with this racism BS. Thank you. For anyone that thinks I'm lying, that thinks I'm making this stuff up, Chicago Hood is a Generation X, or just like me. We didn't have this crap. We did not. So I'm not playing the game, because I treat people the way they treat me. If someone has a problem with me, that is their problem. And people don't realize I'm old enough to know, and I'm telling you from personal experience, anyone that can attest to it, put a little 1 in the comment section. When you close yourself off from other races, you don't know who God will choose to bless you. And I'm not dealing with this race of people over here. And you don't know how many blessings you could be missing out on. I'm a younger Generation X, and we had race riots in high school. Where was that? Blexit? In the 90s here at certain schools in Chicago. Well, you heard Martin Luther King said, and you know what that Martin Luther King went through in Alabama, and how you doing, Caesar, and in Mississippi. You know what was the worst place he said he'd ever been to? Who remembers that? Who's old enough to remember what Dr. King said? Was it Mississippi? Was it Alabama? What was the worst? Think about it, I'm waiting for someone to type the name of the city, the place that Dr. King had gone to. He said it was the worst. No, it wasn't Alabama. Everybody thinks it would be Alabama. It wasn't Alabama. Baldwinburg, race hustlers take the biggest L. Yes, Baldwin. Anyone remember where Dr. King said was the worst place he'd been and had the most racism? Thank you, Tashi. Boom. Chicago. Yes. Thank you. We have to fit together to make the body of Christ. Right, Tina? Tashi has it. Tashi, you remember when Dr. King went up there to Chicago, and you know the dailies had been running Chicago from, since the beginning of time. Dr. King didn't like the housing situation, the poverty situation. They hurry up and got King out of there. So he said that was some real racism, and he had been to Mississippi and Alabama. So yeah, how you doing, Ronnie? I've dealt with racism, cops in the suburbs of Chicago, and a racist teacher in Hammond, Indiana. Okay, Ronnie. As we said, this country is not perfect. It's all in how you handle it. Generation X equals last generation with sense before cell phones and computers took over everything. We think with our brains, not the phones. Boom. Facts. Blexit. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, it was Chicago. And those people, honey, you saw the swastikas and Confederate flag. Oh, they wanted to kill them in Chicago. One of the most liberal cities behind LA, of course. So, Hispanics were not allowed on my side of the tracks until 10 to 15 years ago. See, Blexit, I didn't experience that. When I was living in Allentown, Pennsylvania, most of my friends were Puerto Rican because that's the largest population there in Allentown. So we didn't have those problems. So, and I tell people I can only speak to my own personal experiences. Chicago's Mayor Johnson has put in for, Tina. Oh, God, would he please go away? Yeah, some reparations committee. I keep telling these Democrats, don't sit there being gaslighted. They're not giving you the reparations that they keep telling you to wait for. They've already given to the illegals. They didn't have any committees. And this is what I don't understand, why people can't think clearly. They didn't have any committees. They just gave those non-citizens billions of dollars. Why are they going to have set up all these reparations committees, right? Get out of here. You can't see through the joke. It's a joke. Mayor Johnson needs to go back to the Diddy parties. Boom. Thank you, darling. It was Chicago. Florida. Personally, I really don't care if someone doesn't like me. There have been few cases that I greeted people and they didn't answer to me. If people want to live with hate, Florida. And you know, we were texting earlier. I told you, I don't give a care. When I texted you this, I don't care. We're Generation X, we don't care. If you like us, fine. If you don't, fine. We really don't care. Robert, regular Black Americans aren't taking the beatings for other groups anymore. No, I told you, Trump being in office, when I started talking about Trump in politics over a year ago, I said this is an awakening for Black America. I said, if you don't believe me, go back to when I started talking about politics and Trump. They didn't have a commission when they handed out reparations for the Japanese. Well, during that too. I'm just saying. Every time to placate Black America, well, let's put this commission together. And again, I don't know why these people that keep voting for these Democrats don't realize if they wanted to give you reparations, why didn't they do it when Barack Obama had the House and the Senate? So stop playing these games. Tina, yes, he is desperate for voters. And he's not giving you anything. The only people the Democrats are giving anything to, all right, there are illegals. And I even I'm not the only person that feels like that. I was watching a video, you know, that crazy guy in New York. I think he's running for mayor. He's crashing out, wound up getting arrested. And I went to the comment section. They're saying the same thing that we're saying, which I have been saying, right? When have they done that for Americans? The people who actually vote for them. Oh, that's right, they haven't. Florida, if you're not making enemies and you're not living up to your potential. I keep saying this, people aren't going for this nonsense. And no, Robert, for the Black people who voted for the Curry Queen, they don't realize that Trump will be the best thing that's happened to them. They don't see it now, but I do. I sure do. I am so glad things are changing. And this is what we voted for. Jackie, my sister and I both have mixed race children in San Francisco, California, and it was normal. And we're not going to join this hateful bandwagon. Jackie, not a hateful bandwagon. We're just sharing what's trending on all over social media. So, hey, how you doing, Ariel? We have love here. We're just letting people know. Stop being bamboozled. If you have no wolves, you're not much of a sheep. Yeah. Brandon Johnson, needs to be arrested and indicted. And Jackie, you know, I know Jackie's laughing there, but yeah, I'm just telling people this is what is going on. I mean, it blew up on social media. I still see them pushing the rainbow agendas and the pronoun. Oh my God, Doran, you know it. I can't. I'm just like, really? I think I have one more to show you, and then we're out of here. Corinne, how you doing? No offense, but if you and yours were born here, we ain't going nowhere. Our forefathers on the sacrifice that have been entrenched are second to none. We aren't going right. Corinne, that's what we were saying. Corinne, I think you're just joining, dear. Hit the like button as well as the subscribe button, please, love. We're saying, Corinne, let me get you caught up. Some African and Latino immigrants thought that Black Americans were immigrants too. And you would think that Africans would know. Some of them don't know about the slave trade and how we got here. What the heck? Woo! Oh my God. Corinne, what are your thoughts? Don't let these those nutters keep you confused and mad. Yeah, Gail, right. Exactly. I acknowledge the fact that we integrated, but we're still segregated. That's from Dorian. So yeah, I just wanted to share that because I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. And those of you who keep voting for Democrats, let me show you this little short. Let me show you what your beloved Democrats are doing. Is this the one? Yeah. show you what they're doing. All right. Darla, we grew up with parents who said, stop crying, I'll give you a reason to cry. Boom. Our moms mastered the look. Nothing offends us. We really don't care what anyone thinks. Darla's a Generation Xer. Boom. Okay, so those of you who continue to vote for Democrats, here's Mad Max. Let me show you this short.
I want you to know that we've got a lot of elected officials. We've got a lot of elected officials, and they're telling us to be careful. I guess what they're trying to attack is what happened. What they're trying to attach is what happened in Minnesota. I think that's different. I don't know. But what we've got to do is continue our peaceful protest and not get tricked by Trump into any kind of violence with the National Guard. That's what they're trying to do. He wants to have a martial law. Don't forget, there was one point when he was running for office that he said if he didn't win, there would be a civil war. Remember him saying that? And so that's what he's itching for. He's itching for us to look as if we're violent so that we can get shot down.
How do you think Trump will respond to today's protest?
I beg your pardon?
How do you think Trump will respond to today's protest?
Well, first of all, he knows what's happening in L.A. And this will slow him down. This will let him know that the people are on the ground all over this country and that L.A. is one of the biggest ones because of what he did to us and trying to get us violent by bringing in the National Guard and bringing in the Marines, waiting for us. They were waiting for us. But we're not going to be tricked. We're not going to be fooled. But we are going to use our constitutional right to protest. And that's what's happening here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So again, MBS Unlimited, how you doing, love? Hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you are enjoying this content. MBS, you are new here, and I'm definitely going to read your comment. That's so disappointing for Mad Max to show support for illegal immigrants. Yes, MBS, I'll be live tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. All of these people are bought and paid for, yet Democrats keep voting for these people, and they're doing nothing for it. It drives me insane. Oh, I miss Alley Cat. Karen, eating and working in school capacity. Let's go through each sector, clear it up. Okay. We're tired of being such. Oh, it's okay. That turned violent before the guard got. Well, Gail, they said it was a nice, peaceful protest. That's what they kept saying. If there's a civil war, it's because of these dingbat Democrats. Boom. And so, yeah, Karen, no problem. Yeah, Karen, what I'll do is I will. This started Monday. Corinne, you were not here because I think you're new to the channel. And the video I did on Monday was about some Black nurses that were fired. And one of them I had already done a video on. And she said how she hated Black America. I mean, she's a nurse, Corinne. And I mean, the woman, her face looked like the devil himself, Satan incarnate. And her face was contorted. And I hate you. And she's a nurse. And then we read the comments. You check. I just dropped that link. MB is new here. Karen is new here. Check that out. People I want that video. I wish it would go viral so people could be cognizant of the medical care they're receiving, them and their family members. And I was reading the comments, and all of these people were like, yeah, I've had African nurses too, and they did fill in the blank. Ronnie, she's supposed to be somewhere watching Matlock rerun. Boom. Dorian said for her to go and watch some Good Times. Good Times in Sanford and Son. What did you tell her to watch? Oh, Maxine, go home, make me some neck bones and spaghetti. MBS, that's very disappointing. They're all following that Democratic playbook. It's so sad that people will continue to vote for these people, and they are doing nothing for them. And it's really sad. Yes, Florida, that people can't see what we can see. I can't listen to this woman trying to convince people of her lying sack of already. Yes, it's disheartening. And again, I'm so glad. I love what Trump is doing. I don't want him to stop. And this was much needed. And I have a video I was going to share with you. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Again, I've told you forever, but people who are voting for the Democrats, they're all bought and sold. Honey, they're not doing anything for you. So anyway, that's what's going here. Is this idiot? Let me show you the comments and let me show you. Unbelievable. So again, his candidate, Brad Lander, this was probably a publicity opportunity because he's losing, right? And so this is what they're doing. The people, now he's not in office yet. He's trying to run for mayor against Cuomo. So this is what he's doing. Now, when have you seen any of these people go to a jail and try to help some Americans? I haven't seen any of these people who are already in office go to a prison or a jail and get arrested for trying to help American prisoners. Now, maybe I missed it. Maybe I was asleep. Someone type it in the comment section. Gail, we all need to start in our states and get term limits. Yes. I'm not against truly peaceful protests. I'm not against legal immigrants. Right, Darla? They won't give themselves term limits. We must. Yes, Maxine Waters would not be in office if the illegals leave or had to show voter ID. Boom. Yes. Oh, my God. So where are we here? Okay, so look at this idiot.
You don't have to. I'm not obstructing. I'm standing right here in the hallway. I asked to see the judicial warrant. By asking for a judicial warrant.
Now, the media is really, they're wrong for this. They did not show. This is the only part that they're showing. Now you see why Trump talks about the media the way he does. They did not show that this man was holding and would not let the illegal go. And so this, so they're showing, this. No, show the entire clip.
You don't have the authority to arrest U.S. citizens asking for a judicial warrant.
Sorry, no way. Where are you taking him? Hello. Hi, I'm the Controller's Press Secretary. Where are you taking the Controller of the City of New York?
And with what authority?
Let's go. We're going behind. And where are you taking him?
We got a security detail. This number one is going to go with him, all right? Hang on, please, number one. Hold on. Right.
Number one.
This is number one right here, all right? Thank you.
What a joke.
Guys, back up, guys. Back up. I understand. You're pregnant, but let me get it back up. If you're interfering with this arrest, we're going to be arrested. Back up, guys. Back up, guys.
This is not legal to take someone without a judicial warrant.
Please don't put him in the elevator and then claim you have the warrant. You don't have a warrant for him.
I will let go when you show me the judicial warrant. Where is it?
So show it. Let us see it. So let us see it before you take his warrant.
Excuse me, please stay back. Take it back. Step back. Please, step back. Step back, guys. Step back.
You don't have the authority to arrest U.S. citizens. I'm not obstructing. I'm standing right here in the hallway.
Now you hear what he's saying. I'm not obstructing. I'm standing right here in the hallway. So again, they did not show what happened before that. Dorian said, is this World Star Hip Hop or Beyond Scared Straight? Dorian, stop. Jesse Jackson needs to go somewhere. Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, Chicago, you keep hanging with Florida or you're going to be in the corner. Right, Tina? Me too, Florida. I texted her, but I haven't heard from her. Here we go.
Please step back, bro. Step back, guys. You can take pictures, but please stay back. Stay back, please. Stay back.
Press, we go too. Sorry. No way. I'm safe. Where are you taking him? Hello?
You have no authority to arrest U.S. citizens.
Where are you taking the controller?
And with what authority?
Why are you arresting the city controller and where are you taking him? No!
Number one's gonna go with him, all right? Hang on, please, number one. Hold on. Brett, that's number one right here, all right? Thank you.
Okay, and I wanted to show you. So what I've been saying for, oh my God, over a year. I was reading these comments. And you can learn a lot from the comment section. And you found a lot of people saying the same thing that you and me have been saying. Insufferable. Yes. All right, Jackie. Look at this. How many of you are old enough to remember the million times? Look at this. I bet he never fought like this for an American citizen. Over 1,200 people hit the thumbs up. How many of you have been here and heard me saying that? That was my major issue. Major issue. Right? And I mean, I could show you 1,000 comments and just like that one, right? And then they were saying what we said. Why don't you show the entire video? He was holding, he would not let go of the illegal immigrant when they came to arrest him. So again, the media, oh, they are full of, they show you what they want you to see. And look at this right here. And this is what I wish Democrats would wake up and see. He's proving he's not working for the New York citizens. Okay. So we're not the only ones saying that. We are not the only, and I read several comments that said, what about American citizens? And then, you know, that lady kept asking questions and they just ignored her. I mean, lady, just, you know, just shut up. So yeah, look at these comments. Like I said, this was probably, you know, he's just trying to get his name out. From my understanding, he's losing. So he's trying to, you know, get in where he fits in and appear that he's, you know, you see, if you are a New Yorker, you see very clearly which side of the fence he's on, right? He's on that same Democratic bandwagon of supporting people who are not American citizens. So that's what's going on, folks. Many native-born Black Americans have native Aboriginal bloodlines or a hybrid race mixed with many varieties of ethnicities, making us our own tribe. Yes, Caesar. Okay, good point. I remember she said she was going to have, yeah, she did, Florida, but then she got out of the hospital, and then I reached out to her and I haven't heard from her. If you're in New York, run, don't walk out of there. Gail, if you're going to vote for anyone and they're into these types of shenanigans, and I told you Monday, when you're voting, okay, I think it was Tijuana Border Jumper said I was starting a birther movement. Find out where the person was born, their parents, and their grandparents. Yeah, or is going to cry racism. You know that's their way. Find that out and stop voting for these people. It's ridiculous. This kind of foolishness, fake grandstanding. Caesar, he's losing in the polls, so he's trying to get his name out there. And I'll be talking about that tomorrow. for the people that are going to go out there and vote in the mayoral contest. Again, the people that are telling them to vote, they're bought and sold. Robert, these black leaders need to stop fighting for other groups and concentrate. Robert, they don't have to. They don't have to do anything for the black community. Black community's been voting for them for 60 plus years and they haven't done anything. Why start now? So again, I said this, if you go back and look at my older videos, this illegal immigrant crisis, this was a pivotal moment in America's history. And look, a lot of black Americans voted for Trump and a lot of black Americans voted for the couch. When black Americans stay home, Democrats lose. And there's going to be more of that happening in the future because all they keep talking about is the illegals and flying to El Salvador. Oh my God, how is Father of the Year doing? Get out of here. Gail, it is too late. They're still talking about these illegals. So I love it. They'll never win another, okay, here we go. Yeah, they'll never win another election. I love it. Pastor Jamal Bryant needs to shut up and pay his child support. Yeah, Dorian, I think I'll talk about that tomorrow. I'm going to talk about that. Again, bought and sold. And when someone's asking you a question, I understand if you're heckled. Someone asks you a question, all you have to do is give them a simple answer, especially if they're not being disrespectful. But you stand there with that dumb gaze on your face. They best get a clue. Where are we? Deport. Yes, Robert. So that's all I had for you today. What's tomorrow? Thursday? I may go live tomorrow and Friday. Yeah, I have a lot I want to share with you. And so, yeah. And I like what's going on. I want it to continue. The blacks and Hispanics were not normally friends until now when they're joining to reject this BS. Jackie, they're not really joining. They're on social media complaining about each other, blacks and Hispanics. Now, Jackie, my experience was we were always friends. And I told you my personal experiences. So, Blexit, Brandon Johnson is about to veto the curfew for Chicago. Yeah, nothing he does shocks me. Nothing. That's just where we are. And we have to keep our heads up, folks. And I just, when something's trending, I like to jump on and discuss it. Those of you, Blexit, you were not here. Gail, you were not here on Monday. Boom. Check that video out. I want you to hear the clip I played of the nurse. And when I did a video on her, I think a couple of months ago, I said she needed to be fired because if it was a white person, they would have found her. Okay, she's racist. Boom. So some black people were on social media and they kept on until they found out who she was. They doxed her. The information got back to her job and she was fired. These people are in trouble. And now they want help from black people. Get out of here. Robert, well, that's what black people on social media are saying. No, you never wanted a coalition. Of course, Jesse Jackson with his rainbow push, I'll be talking about that tomorrow, coalition, was, always black and brown. So everybody thought, black people thought, oh, everything is lovely, but they found out. And, same with blacks and Africans and Jamaicans, things like that. Not all, but some. All right. So it is what it is. I'm like Florida. I don't give a care who does or doesn't like me. It doesn't make a difference to me. Gail Tripp, folks in Chicago need to stand up. They've been SA pillaged and plundered for years. Yeah. Gail, they keep voting for Democrats. That's why they're in such bad shape. God will never bless FBAs because they look to man to help them, reparations, and they worship their color. Well, Chicago, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not asking for anything. I just want to be left alone. And yeah, they need to stop with that identity politics. And I have a clip I'm going to play for you with Al Sharpton telling blacks to vote for this young lady because she was black. Didn't say anything about her credentials. That's why we're in such bad shape now. Boom. Thank you, Jackie. These rolling these Africans need to watch documentaries. Yes. I cannot believe people don't know. Thank you, Aurelius. I love everyone. So again, I've been blessed, and this is my mindset. Because I know, some people, oh no, you don't deal with this race. Look, I'm open to everyone. And if I was one of these people, oh God, all white people are racist. There's so many blessings I have received. Thank you, Baldwin, from white people. Now, if I had a closed mindset, oh no, I'm not dealing with it, I would have missed my blessings. So I don't subscribe. I love you too, Chicago Hood. I don't subscribe to that ideology. So again, we don't know who God will use to bless us. So I guess that's why I'm like I am. Because I know the blessings that I have received, and it's because I accept people, right? So the people that are just over here in their little corner, no, I'm not dealing with that race of people. God could have had someone coming to bless you with $1,000. And if you were really struck, you don't know. You've cut yourself off. That's your fault. These anti-Black Americans are getting a taste. Let me see what this is saying. Of their own medicine. Yeah, Robert, they have to find out. Instead of listening to the liberal media, right? Learn people for yourself. And just because your skin is lighter than someone else doesn't mean you're better. In the eyes of God, no one is better than anyone else. God bless you too, Dorian. And Chicago Hood knows what I'm saying. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. People need to stop it. I told you when I was in college, I started watching Dr. Charles Stanley on In Touch Ministries. For those of you who know him, he's out of Georgia. He was, God bless him. He just passed away a few years ago. And I started reading his books. I ordered his CD programs, his DVD programs, and I learned so much. And part of the way, I guess, my mentality now, right, Chicago Hood, is because of this one. I mean, I ordered several of his DVD and CD series, but one 6 CD set I ordered was God is in Everything. On that 6 CD set is everything you need to know about life. And it changed my thought process forever as it relates to what happens to me and how everything that happens is supposed to happen. Because if it wasn't, he would have stopped it. That way you don't walk around bitter, hostile, angry. Well, sometimes you still do because you're human, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. No, he's no respecter of person. He's not. Love you too, Chicago. And so that's all I have for you folks. I enjoyed this. And where are we here? Okay. Yeah. So don't listen to the lies. So the Hispanic community, the African community, learn for yourself. The images that are shared with you, that does not represent all of Black America. How many of you, type it in the comment section, then I'm going to let you go. How many of you also see the clips that go viral? You have the Black girls on top of cars twerking in McDonald's, other restaurants, fighting. Why don't they show? Think about it. The Democrats, not everyone here, but those that vote for Democrats and the liberal media, why do they only show negative, stereotypical videos? Chicago Hood said, that's right, Chicago Hood. Baldwin, you've seen them because we've talked about them. Why don't they show someone like Condoleezza Rice to African immigrants? Hispanic immigrants? Why don't they show Black professionals? Darla, you've seen them. When they show, it's the worst of the worst. Why don't they circulate videos of Black professionals? Right, Aurelius? If Satan convinces you to hate your fellow man, he wins and you lose eternity with God. Chicago, say it again for the people in the back. So, and again, that's why I'm saying, Darla, it's not. Because they go viral. And then when you start reading the comments, people are like, well, it's the usual people. And what's that? They have stereotypes for a reason. And all these other negative connotations because of the behavior. And then we know what's in the rap videos. I have to keep bringing that up. Aurelius, Ben Carson. Why don't they show Dr. Ben Carson to African communities, Latino community? They don't show them anything positive. It's all negative. So they're told, stay away from Black Americans. And all the things that they're taught about Black America, I don't do any of that crap. But they see me on the street, they're probably looking like, nah, you know, if they hear me talk, oh, she's Black American, she's on welfare, she's this, she's that. They don't know anything about me. And I've worked all my life. Never been on welfare. Marshmallow, negativity is your loosh, keeping you and your vibration frequency at a low. Oh, yeah, rise above it. Keep your mind, heart, and spirit high vibration. Marshmallow, I like that. Yes, Jackie. That exactly. Marshmallow, you are an electromagnetic being. Yes, Marshmallow. Marshmallow, hit the like button, love, and the subscribe button if you're enjoying this. And see, by nature, I'm a positive person. So again, show some positive, right? People, some positive Black Americans, but they're not going to do that. That's the liberal media. They want them to think the worst of you. Oh, thank you, Marshmallow. Trying to use these signs saying you're next. Nice try, but it won't. Yeah. And so a lot of people started researching, why do they have these signs, you're next? Because Marshmallow and Fridge Reaver, you're just joining. Some in the Hispanic community and the African community thought that they were, well, and I know some in the Hispanic community were holding the signs up, you're next. And they were doing some videos, you're next if you don't help us. And we found out they thought that Black Americans were immigrants as well. So some of them don't know anything about the slave trade and how we got here. So it is mind-boggling to me. People would ask my dad if he was in the mafia like that is all Italians can do. Right, Darla? Stereotypes. Fridge Reaver, I'm late, but the like button is clicked. Thank you, Fridge Reaver. Yeah, Marshmallow, yes, frequency has a lot to do with their satanic rituals, keeping the population angry, feeds their spiritual vampires. Boom. So yeah, let's stay positive, folks. And just remember, if you don't remember anything else I said in this particular video, we won't find out until we leave this earth how many blessings that we missed. I firmly believe that because we didn't deal with this group of people. We didn't deal because you have your preconceived notion. This is 2025 and just about everyone has the internet. Do some research because that Black Americans that they show you. And again, and I said this, a lot of people don't agree. When you look at these police officers, not all, but some, when they shoot Black males, they've been programmed like we have. When you watch the news, 9 times out of 10, when you see a Black male, they're doing something bad. They don't have the Black male professional. So, of course, police officers are human. When they come up to a Black male, they're a little trigger happy. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just telling you human nature. People need to read some psychology books too. That will explain a lot. So it is what it is. If all people see is negative stereotypes, well, they bunch us all in there together. The Israelites were in the desert 40 years only because of their hard hearts and stiff necks. Boom. And you're right. Robert says deport Kamala Harris. Let her stay. They're talking about, the Democrats are talking about they don't have anyone else to run for president again. They may run her out again so she can lose royally again. Yeah, let her stay, because if they're going to run her again. Oh my God, you can't make this stuff up. Chicago Hood's laughing. So that's all I had for you folks. And you know, all of us here, we know how it goes. And all I can say is, don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be here, better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. Yeah, so I'm going to be happy there. I'm not letting anyone steal my joy. I just, you know, I'm not going to let them do that. If someone doesn't like me, fine. I don't have a problem with that. What gets me, though, before I go, they love that money. For all the groups of people that don't like Black Americans, the billions of dollars that Black Americans spend, oh, they're grabbing up that money. When you go to these African hair braiding salons, they're in there taking that $400 or $500. Vicky said, yes, that's right, Vicky. See what I'm saying? So you don't like Black Americans, but you sure love taking that money. Marshmallow, smile, love, laugh. It's good for, yes, Marshmallow. Chicago, love to all of you in chat, my buddies and wonderful. Yeah, thank you, Chicago. Most of our parents taught our generation to vote based on race only. Yes, Caesar, that's a problem. Unfortunately, people from that generation that are still alive continue to believe that, yes, Caesar, but like I said, the light bulb is on. We just got to bring some more people over. This illegal immigrant crisis is waking them up, because they're looking like, wait a minute. You, especially the Democrats that were asking for reparations, and they were always told no by the Democrats. No, you'll never get it. Then enter all these illegal immigrants to the tune of billions of dollars. So now the Democrats who were asking for reparations are looking at them with the side eye, and I love it. So that's where we are. Yes, Robert, I don't care. Send them. So I enjoyed all of you. I may go live tomorrow. I have a couple of things I want to talk about. Vicky, thanks for joining. Vicky, did you hit the little the like button, dear? It's on your left. And so, hey, I just wanted to come on and share that with you. If you did not catch the video from Monday, boom, I'm dropping that link again. The video's doing well, has over 1,400 views. I was just telling Florida, that's the first video to go over 1,000 in a while. So maybe YouTube is, maybe they stopped shadow banning me. I don't know. So we're going to go. And where we go? Okay. Yeah. All right, there we go. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go meet you in the comment section. And I enjoyed all of you. And thank you again for spending your very, very valuable time with the Roland's Reviews YouTube channel. And I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section, okay? All right.